Everyone fails with YouTube automation until they learn this. You see, the sad part is that 90% of people do end up failing with YouTube automation. And no, it's not because YouTube automation doesn't work, because as I've proven tens of thousands of dollar months, and I've helped students scale their own channels to 20K, 30K, some more, some less, but it is entirely possible. You see the results online all the time, and you see other channels absolutely smashing it, making tens of thousands of dollars. So clearly you already know that you can make money with YouTube automation, but the reason you are not making money with YouTube automation is because you're missing one key piece of the puzzle. Now, YouTube, the reason why it is challenging is because you do need to bring all the pieces together to get the full picture, to then get the performance on your channel that you're looking for. And so this is why it becomes challenging. And if you miss any parts of it, you're going to struggle, right? So very often people end up uploading, but they're not getting any traction, even though they're consistently working at it. They're copying what's working in the market, but they're getting no results. Or they're posting for months, but absolutely nothing is happening. So this ends up really why people end up having such a hard time with YouTube automation, because again, they are in theory doing all these best practices, but then you're just sitting there wondering, I thought I'm doing everything right, but nothing's working. Does this even work? But then when you're seeing other people succeeding, it's leaving you wondering, what am I doing wrong? And so what I want to share with you is, once you understand this one principle, it's going to unlock really what you're doing wrong, how to fix it, and how to start getting more traction on your channel. So let's go over to what everyone tends to think, and you've definitely had this thought if you've tried YouTube automation so far. So you start your journey, you're not getting the results that you want, you think, I need better editing. So maybe you go spend more money for a higher quality editor. Or I need to post more videos because more shots on goal means more chances to score. I'm Canadian, so I like the hockey analogies. Or they say things like, I need a unique idea for a channel that's never been done before because I hear that unsaturated niches are the best way to go. Or you just need to find the perfect tool that's going to solve all your problems, right? Well, the reality is that most people fall into the automation trap. So what's the automation trap? Well, people tend to focus on tools, outsourcing, and systems instead of just actually looking at what drives views on a channel. And once you start to focus on those right things, getting traction is actually a lot simpler than you expect. So what you need to understand, and what most people never realize, so it's good that you've made it a few minutes into this video so far, is really the only thing that matters is picking the right ideas for your videos and packaging it properly. Okay, so I want to give you an example to illustrate why this is the truth, because right now you may not believe me. Okay, so if we go and take a look at this example channel right here, what do you see? Okay, you have a whole bunch of videos that I've just kind of highlighted, right? And here you have the proof, as I say. So you see that we have videos that are a few weeks old, a month old, as of the time I'm recording this. And so what do you notice? 6,400 views, 14,000 views, 244,000 views, 15,000, so on and so forth. I'm not going to read them all out. And so you may be wondering, well, what are you trying to show me? Well, what I'm showing you is that you can have all of these different videos, and they're all produced in the same way. They're just about the same length. Some of them are identically length videos even, but one video is getting almost 250,000 views and another one is getting 6,400 views. And so same scripting style, same production style, same voiceover, but what are the two differences? The packaging and the topic. So things like the average net worth growth rate can't be right. Well, growth rate is not really overly enticing. But talking about how rare it is to actually save up $1 million for retirement and how people actually get there, much more compelling, especially for this particular channel's audience. So this is where most people tend to overlook things because they put all their energy in the wrong things and none of their energy in the right things, and that's why they tend to struggle. So that's an important thing to consider along your journey. So I want to take a few minutes here to walk you through how you should be approaching ideation and packaging to start getting results, okay? I'm not holding anything back. So if you do appreciate what I've shared with you so far and it's giving you further insights into things, just hit the subscribe. That's all I ask. Okay, so ideation first, okay? When you're trying to pick topics for your videos, please don't just guess or hope that you magically think of something. Find role model channels in your niche and then use vidIQ to identify topics for your videos. So let's just say that we are entering into the niche that is personal finance, you're doing faceless finance, and one of your role model channels is Chris Invest. So let's open up the channel. If I use this little function here, view trending videos, and I open this up, I can see what videos are trending on the page. So typically what I like to do is pick topics for reference points that have over 50 views per hour on videos that are at least 7 days old. Because if a video is brand new, it's going to have high views per hour just based on the fact that it's new. But if we find topics that are doing well, for example, this one right here, how wealthy are you compared to most? 13 days old, still 94 views per hour. Fantastic. So that could be a reference point for our upcoming video, right? So we could say, how rich are you compared to most others over 40? Maybe that's our little riff, right? And so we can use this as a reference point for what people are interested in, which is effectively how rich are we compared to other people, and then we can just kind of emulate based on that. So what you can do, by the way, you can access this particular tool because it is a paid function. If you want to try it out for just $1 for 30 days, you can use the link in this video's description. So that's how you're going to pick your topic. But now you need to get the packaging right, as we talked about. So with packaging, there's two important factors. Number one, creating the thumbnails themselves, because you're probably going to get the titles directly from what's ever working in the market already. And then number two is going to be analysis. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have a reliable way to make thumbnails. Personally, I like the thumbnail generator from 1 of 10. I use it personally. As you can see, I've burned through most of my credits already here. And so what you can do is you just enter in the channel name that you want to emulate. So here we have the channel I just showed you, Chris Invests. And so what we would do is put in that topic we just talked about. So maybe we want to do something like this. And you can go, how rich are you compared to others over 40? Okay, so just slight rendition change. But what we can do is put in the reference style of the channel so we can get more thumbnails like that channel. And then what we can do is we could just put in our topic, and what we're going to be able to do is hit generate, and it's going to make us some thumbnails. Now, having worked with tons of people, I can tell you that this is where people tend to struggle the most, is with the packaging, because they really quickly figure out titles. They tend to figure out script writing, especially with AI, pretty quickly, the production, etc., etc. But getting the thumbnail designed, from the color schemes to the branding to the word psychology that's used on the thumbnails, tends to be the hardest part. And when people don't have design skills, leveraging AI is the easiest way to get some high quality thumbnails. So I just want you to see what the output is here. Okay, so we see these two different examples, right? Are you above average? Over 40, you'll be shocked. So average 40 and you. So if we take a look at these, and then we take a look at this took us like 5 seconds to make thumbnails that are super high quality, that are at the same quality of these videos getting thousands and tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of views. So this is why right now, again, I only show you guys the actual tools that I personally use that are the highest quality for your channel. So just to let you know, you can also try this tool out and start generating thumbnails like this at this quality for just $1 for your first 30 days as well. Similar deal to vidIQ, but for 1 of 10. Just click the link in this video's description and you can start trying it out right now and start to build your channel. So on top of that, once you start uploading videos on your channel, you're gonna start to see that you're gonna be able to upload multiple thumbnails, right? And this is why this tool is cool, because it can make you 2, 4, 8, 12 thumbnails. So you can upload up to 3 thumbnails. My recommendation for you is to upload some different styles. Look at which thumbnails, text, thumbnail designs are working best, because it's not just enough to make the thumbnails themselves and do some good packaging. You want to continually test because there could be some other styles out there that are actually going to work better for your channel than you've ever even tried. And so you might be losing out on a lot of good opportunity because you aren't doing testing. So you want to start to test on each and every video. This is going to allow you to improve, and it's actually really gratifying when you do these tests. You see what's working better, and then you start seeing your view count go up. That's super, super valuable in terms of your process. And with AI now, you don't have to spend an extra hour per thumbnail because, as you saw here, they can be made in just a few seconds. And if you want to learn my copy and paste strategy to make 5K a month with YouTube automation, watch this next video.